Hello, everyone. This is Andreas Pop Culture Guy. Today is the latest Andreas Pop Culture Retrospective slash review, and it's on Ace Ventura 2 When Nature Calls. Or Ace Ventura When Nature Calls. Now, this is the 1995 sequel to the classic cult following of Ace Ventura Pet Detective from 1994. This year is the sequel's 30th anniversary, and of course, it stars Jim Carrey. I said Steve, directed by Steve Ed, Edokirk, writers Jack Burston as well, and then the cast we got Simon Cole, Ian McNeice, and many others in the film. Of course, Tim Henderson as well, a fellow living color actor, living in color sitcom star as well, same as Jim Carrey. Of course, this plot follows as follows: as Ace is called out in retirement by explorer to travel to Africa and locate a missing sacred white bat, which it will avert war between two tribes. Along the way, we see H has a engage in a very lucky face or feast with the the Wachachi tribesmen, a test of many skill with their opportunities. The Wachuchu tribe, featuring Tommy Davidson as the manic little tribe warrior in the film with the famous scene of Ace getting hit by two arrows. And yeah, and then you see all these crazy shenanigans, of course. Ace being birthed naked by a robotic rhinoceros, then wrestling a crocodile and is forced into a Wolverine hairdo, deflowers a forbidden virgin trans girl princess, and then uncovers the covers a corporate plot involving the person that hired him to solve the case, a upper class Brit. Once again, he also talks through his butt as well as the film. So obviously, this movie is incredible funny. I don't know if I could call this the best film, but it's definitely an improvement from the first film. I think this is more comedy slapstick than the more grounded comedy jokes that the first one deployed. It's still a police procedure, but it's much more focused on the comedy, the gag, and Jim Carrey's just I say impractical physical jokes. It becomes obvious from this movie that Jim Carrey has a inimitable performance as Ace Ventura was no fluke, that he is a star rising during the 90s, and see him in action maybe realized that he was such a great actor from the In Living Color sitcom. He has become a downright force of nature in cinema, and that no one has really topped in the industry, I say. He has such physical prowess, similar to physical comedies like Buster Keaton, Charlie Chaplin, and Jerry Lewis, where from the age-long comedy, I say, era of cinema, the world was hungry for the next larger-than-life king of comedy, and I think Jim Carrey really delivers at that. The writing for this film is just amazing. Not only is the jokes more hits than misses to the funny bone, but it's very clever with its puns, gags, and pop culture references. I never really got the pop culture references, particularly the movie parody humor of the 1993 cliffhanger, which the opening of Ace Ventura 2 copies. The writers of the film, Jack Burston and Steve Udekirk, the director of the second film, carried on the spirit of the first one with the script and storyline for the sequel. However, there's a lot more silly, goofy things going on in Ace Ventura When Nature Calls. I do believe that it comes specifically from the director this time around, Steve Udekirk, directing this, and he has a particular sense of odd humor that, not that it's a bad thing, because Jim Carrey certainly was able to bring his odd humor work in the screen, and I think it really delivers on a very funny movie. The crime-solving mystery of the film is also brilliant too. I really get into the story. I think Ace to recover clue after clue. The best highlight of this film is Jim Carrey's acting. The way he can move his body in a silly way for slapstick humor was outstanding. In his day, nobody could trust this guy for pure facial and voice comedy. You can tell that Carrey is having the time of his life, just ad-libbing and winning it in the screen. Yes, he did overreact a bit here, but he becomes more like a cartoon than a person. But he's overacting as he's made it very entertaining throughout the 90 minute mark of the film. Uh, this was Jim Carrey in his prime. He was still a mad genius at making people laugh, but lately he has to find good material and tame uh, and then tamed down since then, which is totally fine. I mean, he has done still great work like The Truman Show, The Man on the Moon, and of course my personal favorite from his filmography, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. If there's any reason to watch this film, it's for his performance here. The acting performance in the Ace Ventura Winter Calls are good too. Besides from the leading actor, I think the supporting cast here are good, but they're not as great as the first film. I mean, you don't have Courtney Cox or Sean Leon here to really match Jim Carrey's charisma. I mean, the actors of Ian McNeice and Simon Cole on the cast list is really good. I think they definitely consummate Jim Carrey's personality and performance. Overall, it's a movie that I do find myself watching over and over again because it's so funny. I do find myself repeating the funny phrases and white cuts. I mean, I do remember the cliffhanger parody opening scene, the the Tommy Davidson, tribe fight with him with his her turning into Wolverine, and of course the Rhino scene is hilarious. It's just out of control here. I think that Ace Ventura to When Nature Calls is a must watch in kids' childhood. I think is must have the film to add your comedy collection plus Jim Carrey collection as well. There are plenty of laughs throughout the film, of course, of 90 minutes of the film, and it doesn't waste time, which comes from the combination of the writing and then the, how you say, stellar acting from Jim Carrey. It shows he has the talent to make odd movies really work like this one. And that's to say, I highly recommend for all of you to watch Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls. Happy 30th anniversary, Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this Retrospective / review on Ace Ventura 2. There will be more coming their way, but I just want to say thank you, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed this, and there will be more, and have a good day. Ciao. Bye.